Jungkook panicked when Taehyung almost revealed the biggest secret of 2026. Is there a Taekook subunit? Taehyung's secret, on Arirang album explained. Without any announcement, without any warning, this moment quietly shook the global scene. Welcome to V Effect. In BTS's most recent broadcast, something happened that caught the attention of all the group's fans. Taehyung was speaking excitedly about their new album, Arirang, which will be released on March 20, 2026. While speaking, he mentioned that there was a secret about a part of the album that would be revealed gradually. At that moment, Suga curiously asked how this mystery would be unveiled. Taehyung replied that everything would be revealed when the album was released. What was most interesting was what happened right after. Jungkook, who was sitting very close to Taehyung, chimed in, saying that he was going too far with his explanations. This brief interaction between them didn't go unnoticed, as it once again showcased the special connection they've always shared. What really stood out at that moment was how Taehyung and Jungkook were sitting. They were very close, almost touching, and they looked at each other in a way that showed they understood each other without needing to say much. Taehyung had that mischievous smile he always flashes when he's about to say something important, and Jungkook watched him with a mixture of amusement and affection. When Jungkook said Taehyung was going too far, he didn't mean it maliciously, but rather as if they were sharing a joke only the two of them understood. The album Arirang, as the BTS members have explained, is a very special work where they express many emotions they've experienced during this time. It's a very personal album, where each song tells a part of their story. That's why, when Taehyung mentioned the secret that would be revealed with the release, many people immediately thought of a possible collaboration with Jungkook. It's not far-fetched, since in the past they've both shown that when they work together, the results are incredible. Their voices complement each other in a unique way, creating harmonies that move anyone who listens to them. Furthermore, the way they interacted during the live stream, with those knowing glances and gestures, suggested they might be preparing a surprise for all their fans. For those who have followed BTS's career for a long time, these small interactions between Taehyung and Jungkook are like pieces of a puzzle, gradually forming a clearer picture. It's not about imagining things that don't exist, but about recognizing what is clearly present. A real and deep connection between two people who have grown up together. Since they were very young, they have both demonstrated a special affinity that has evolved over time. What began as a simple friendship between the youngest members of the group has become a much more complex and profound bond. This evolution is clearly visible in how they communicate now, with that ease of understanding each other without needing many explanations. As we approach the release date of the Arirang album, the anticipation continues to grow, especially among those who have closely followed the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook. The possibility of finally hearing a collaboration between them on this very special album is exciting for many. It wouldn't just be another song on the album, but rather the confirmation of the connection they've always shared and hinted at in small doses over the years. During a conversation about BTS's upcoming album, Jungkook explained something very interesting. He doesn't have a single favorite song. His preferences change all the time. As he said this, Taehyung looked at him with a small smile, as if he knew a secret no one else did. Noticing this look, Jungkook responded with a very affectionate expression, as if they were sharing a private joke. This moment was very important because it showed a special connection, suggesting they are working together on something new that we will all enjoy. What was most striking was how they communicated without saying much. Taehyung nodded when Jungkook spoke, as if he agreed with everything he said. Jungkook, for his part, kept looking at Taehyung with a tender expression, as if he were watching over him. People who understand body language say that when two artists look at each other like this, it's usually because they are preparing a musical surprise together. This way of understanding each other without words shows that their relationship goes beyond friendship. It's as if they are connected by a very special creative energy. Another key moment was when Taehyung began talking about a secret that's gradually revealed on the new album. Just as he was about to elaborate, Jungkook interrupted, saying, "That's too far ahead," as if he didn't want him to reveal too much too soon. Taehyung wasn't bothered and continued explaining that each song on the album tells a different story, while Jungkook took the opportunity to thank the fans for always inspiring them. These words, spoken together, make us think they're creating something special together, Probably a song where we'll finally hear them sing the way we've always wanted. The way Taehyung and Jungkook complement each other is remarkable. When Taehyung spoke about the stories behind the songs, Jungkook listened intently, as if he knew those stories very well because he also helped create them. This tells us that Jungkook has actively participated in the album's creative process, especially in the parts where Taehyung is also involved. Their dynamic is very natural. Taehyung explains the artistic ideas, and Jungkook adds the feelings, showing that they work very well together as a creative team. Although they haven't officially announced that they'll be singing together on this album, all the clues they've dropped suggest that they will. The way they look at each other, how they interrupt each other to avoid spoilers, and how they complement each other when talking about the album are very clear signs that something big is on the way. Many people are eagerly hoping that this interpretation is true, and that we can finally enjoy that Taehyung and Jungkook song we've all been waiting to hear. Regardless of whether these clues turn out to be true, what's clear is the special connection between these two artists. It's obvious that they deeply respect and care for each other, not only as bandmates but as friends who create music together. This special relationship is what makes their potential collaboration so highly anticipated, because when two people understand each other as well as they do, the creative result is always something extraordinary that's worth waiting patiently for. If you pay attention to how Taehyung and Jungkook act, you'll notice something very particular. Even without saying a word, their bodies communicate in a way that only they seem to understand. When they're together, one moves a hand and the other responds almost without thinking. It's not something they practice, it just happens. It's as if they have a secret language that no one else can decipher. This makes every time we see them on television or online, the experience is different because we're witnessing something genuine that only exists between the two of them. This natural connection is what makes their shared moments so interesting to observe. Although they haven't officially confirmed it in an interview, everything points to Taehyung and Jungkook singing together on the new album. The clues are clear. When they talk about the album, their eyes meet for a moment, as if they're sharing a secret. Sometimes they stop themselves when they're about to say something they probably shouldn't reveal yet. Furthermore, they complement each other perfectly when describing the album's music. One finishes the other's thought without even trying. Many people are very excited about this possibility, as they've been waiting a long time to hear a song performed by both of them. The way they act when this collaboration is discussed suggests that something big is on the way. What characterizes Taekook's relationship is how they support each other without needing to make it obvious to others. When one of them stumbles or makes a small mistake, the other is there, not to point it out, but to discreetly accompany them. This support isn't about seeking attention or applause. It simply exists because it's part of who they are. It's like having a special friend who's always there without you having to ask. This way of looking out for each other is evident in the small details. How they adjust each other's clothes, how they approach each other when they notice the other is uncomfortable, or how they protect each other when the crowds are very large. During concerts and public appearances, this connection becomes even more visible. Despite the thousands of people in the venue and the chaos that usually surrounds them, they always find a way to connect. It might be a quick glance from opposite ends of the stage or a subtle gesture that only the two of them understand. These moments demonstrate that their bond is strong even in the loudest and most crowded environments. It's as if they create an invisible bubble around themselves where only the two of them exist for a few seconds. This ability to maintain their special connection, even under pressure, shows how solid their relationship is. Over the years, we've seen how their relationship has evolved. In the beginning, their connection was more obvious and playful, with constant banter and games visible to everyone. Now, that same connection manifests itself in a more subtle but equally powerful way. What was once expressed with words is now communicated with knowing glances and silent gestures of support. This natural transformation demonstrates how their bond has grown and strengthened over time, adapting to the different stages of their lives and careers. What's most interesting is that, despite the changes and individual growth, that special essence that unites them has remained intact. When we watch Taehyung and Jungkook interact, we witness something rare, a genuine connection that doesn't need words to exist. This special relationship transcends conventional friendship and becomes an example of how two people can understand each other perfectly without explanation. The way they communicate, support each other, and complement one another demonstrates that they have a unique bond that has grown and strengthened over time. This natural evolution of their relationship is precisely what makes their connection so authentic and resonates so deeply with those who have followed their journey over the years.